have you there because I'm going to be adding on the fringe. So this is the project that we're going to be working on today. This is a virus shawl that mainly I have been working on my lives with, but I finished it up the other day and I'm going to be adding the fringe to it. Okay, so it had this much left and this is not enough to really do another row. So what I'm going to be doing, and it is Thursday afternoon around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if it's not that time, you may be watching a replay of this video. But either way, leave a comment. Okay, my hair looks weird in this direction. I was wondering if it was going to. I put it up in a clip today, so it's a little different. Okay, I'm gonna try to not focus on my hair. Okay, so I didn't have enough of this to go around again to do another section. Hello, Gladys. Lady Crochet, hello, welcome in, you guys. So if you are a crocheter, a crafter, whatever, if you are here watching us live, please hit that like button wherever it may be. If you're watching a TV, a phone, a tablet, whatever, if there's a thumbs up, try to hit that while you're here. That will help the algorithm for my live. And then if you're re-watching this at a later time, if you're re-watching the broadcast, just leave a comment because I can answer your comments after the fact. When I go through and check my comments, then I can answer your comments, and thank you for leaving hearts and all of that, and a thumbs up. If you're re-watching, that helps it too. Okay, why can't I say the word re-watching? Hello, everybody. Serena, hello. Kathy, hello. Hello, is it Lena? Welcome in. Good morning, guys. All right, whenever I hear good morning, I know you might be on the West Coast because it's still morning for me. It's not even 11 o'clock and I slept late. I don't know about anybody else, but I do not like this time change. And I've been sleeping an hour later every single morning, so I have been rushing to get on the live today. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Janet. I appreciate it. Leave lots of comments, guys. Make sure when you watch a video that you hit the like button and leave a couple different comments. That always helps. Okay, and it looks that when I've been playing with the shawl, I've taken out a few stitches here, so let me end this. And then what I did, I went on a search the other night when I finished this. It was really late at night when I finished this shawl. And I was like, I've ran out of yarn. Let me go look and see if I have a third skein. And I looked everywhere and I do not have a third skein of this. So what I'm going to have to do is mix some different purples together. And I have done it in the past on this exact same colorway. And it comes out so pretty. Hello, on the beach. Oh, nice. Well, my broken arm mends. Oh no, Serena. It sounds beautiful though. Rocky Point, Mexico. I've been to, I went on a cruise when I was younger. So I went to Mazatlan, not Puerto Rico, Puerto Vallarta and Cabo San Lucas. That's where I've been in Mexico. And it is raining today, guys, here. Is anybody else getting rain? What are you guys working on? I love your hair. It's so pretty. Thank you, Lena. Thank you. I just got it colored last week, so it's a little bright. And I have it in a clip. Usually I have it pulled back more, but I have it in a clip because I'm trying to do different things with my hair. Because I am approaching 60 and I realize that I'm pulling my hair out when I do all of my hairstyles. Okay, so I have this little tool that I use for my fringe. Hello, welcome in. Just south of Phoenix, nice. Can't crochet, so I'm in the dumps. Oh, Serena, it's so pretty. Just south of Phoenix. Okay, so you just go down from Phoenix. I've never been to that area. Let me take a little drink of water. Sorry, guys. I have such dry throat in the morning. And my eye is going to be watering as usual. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is mixing this purple with this purple and these two purples. So I've got 4 purple colors. So what I'm going to do is just make some fringe up. So let me make sure that I tie this off for sure. All right. Where's my darling? All right, and then I will be making the fringe. So I just want to make sure I secure this. Hello, Rita. Rita, how are you feeling? Destiny, hello. Welcome in. Cartoons Media, hello. How are you? All right, so I'm going to finish this off and then I will show you how I do my fringe. Now, you do not need this fringe maker. I actually bought something similar on Amazon. And if you're on my TikTok account, I do have the link to it. I'm not getting any type of kickback in any way out of any of the things that are listed on my link tree for my TikTok. It's just answering where everybody wants to know where I buy things. So that's what I did. Okay, so when I do the fringe, I like to use multiple colors at the same time. Hello, welcome in. All right, so we have got our, and hopefully this will not become a mess. Hopefully I won't get a tangled mess. You're in a different angle. You're on my shipping station today, guys, because I want to be able to make this fringe. And it's sort of hard when I'm in the chair. I don't have a place to put everything on my lap. So that's why I'm here. Okay, where is the end? Is it this end? I love it when both of the ends are out and you have loose ends out of both ends. So you're like, okay, it's not this end. I don't even know why that end is showing half of the time. All right, so it must be over here. Must be on this end. All right, what I'm going to do is put my 2 rolls that are in a ball in this plastic container, and that will help them not rolling around everywhere. All right, so I've got this color, I've got that color, I've got this color, and let me get to the end of this color. Going to too many doctors. Oh gosh, I hope everything turns out okay for you with all of that. Okay, so let's hope that my yarn doesn't tangle. It'd be so nice if my eyes didn't constantly water, that one eye, because it's such a pain. All right, so I am mixing 4 different purples here. All right, I'm mixing these 4 colors. I've already got yarn on my lipstick. All right, so I take this thing, and you do not need this thing. All you need is a piece of cardboard, piece of plastic, a CD cover, piece of wood, anything that is as long as you want your fringe. So what I do is I just wrap it like this. And I bought this years ago at a craft fair in Maine, years ago. I'm talking probably 20 years ago. And I have not been able to find this exact tool. I have found similar. They do have similar things, but they are not the same. All right, one of my yarns is out too much. Okay, let me just do that bit for a while, and then I'll put it on. And then you're just going to cut one side. Okay, so you have your fringe here. All right, I'll set that down. All right, so here's my fringe, and what I like to do is I have 4 colors, so I'm just going to take one of each of those 4 colors. Hello, everybody. Hello from India. Hello. Okay, so I am making fringe for my shawl, so that's what that tool is. And again, you do not need that exact tool. All right, so I just pick an end, and for these fiber shawls, because I've done them so many times, I know that I'm going to put the fringe in 4 different places for a section. So what I do is I put it in on the end of the design, right on the edge, like on this whole section. I'll put one here, and then I'll space 2 more in here. So what I do usually is put one in, and then I'll skip 2 more spaces, and then I'll put the fringe in the next section. So I usually get 4 bundles of fringe per scallop in this virus shawl design. If anybody hasn't tried the virus shawl and you're thinking about it and not sure about it, I do have a tutorial on my channel on how to get through it, how to learn what you're looking for, what stitches to put where, and all of that, all the counting, as a little helpful guide. It's not my pattern, but I'd like to help people through that pattern. That those of you who are new beginners, please give that a try, because there's nothing difficult about the virus shawl. You just have to count. Okay, I think that's matching pretty nicely. What do you guys think? Hello, good morning, Dee. All right, I've got one eye that's really bothering me today, so I'm going to be touching that eye quite a bit. It's just... All right, so an update on my 3D rose granny squares. I have all of the rows connected going horizontally. Hello, Aspen. So today I'm going to be connecting them vertically and doing the border. I should finish that blanket today very easily. Lily was supposed to come down today to go do groceries and some errands, but it's raining, and she said she'd rather come tomorrow. So I get the whole day. I don't have to go out today. Yay. So it's going to be another good day. And I've already started my next shrug. I'm trying to follow my pattern, and I think I'm doing pretty good in the pattern. But it's always hard when you write a pattern, because your brain might work differently than other people's brains. So I'm really trying to write it like a crocheter and think, okay, Melody, don't try to overthink and overdo. So I'm trying to be good. So Dee, are you up for getting the pattern for the shrug to try? And I know Donna is wanting it. Okay, 1, 2, here. Okay, so I'm going here. But I started it in a new colorway, so I'm really excited about it. So I will be finishing this shawl today, and I will be finishing the 3D granny square today for sure. And then my other goal is to finish my shrug. I think I could do all 3 today if I'm left alone. Aspen, how are you feeling? So this is the tool that I was using is a 4-way tool. So this makes, I definitely want it. This does pom-poms. It does pom-poms, tassels, ribbon or bows, and fringe. And the things just slide out like this, and you can just adjust the width of it. This is the perfect tool. But like I said, I bought this years ago, and they sell similar things. Can't wait for the shrug pattern. Yes, it will be out very soon. Very, very, very soon. I am going to be working up. I'm following the pattern already, and I'm following my pattern today and making some corrections in the pattern. And so hopefully the pattern is going to be available like maybe next week. I think that's matching pretty nicely for not having that same yarn. I ran out of this purple yarn. So the shrug is finished. I'm just adding the fringe. Aspen, how are you feeling? I know. It's going to be so cute. And the one that I'm doing right now, I'm doing in Southwestern colors. So it's going to be really cute. Okay, so I'm needing, what color am I needing? This one. So I'm just adding, I usually add like 3 or 4 pieces of the yarn when I'm doing, and the size of your yarn before you turn it into fringe is going to be double what the fringe is. So if you want like a 5-inch fringe, you need to make 10-inch pieces. If you're making a 6-inch fringe, you need to make at least 12 pieces, and it might lose, you know, a little bit when you tie it off. So it might actually be a little less than half. Once in a lifetime. That would be what my husband would think. Yeah. So we just celebrated our anniversary. And I knew it was our anniversary, but my husband totally forgot. So it was this month and earlier this week. And he popped in the door. He's like, happy anniversary. I'm like, no, it's not today. He said, it's not. And I said, no. So I think we've been married. Okay, so I think we've been married 35 years. 35 years this week. Okay, so when I'm making this fringe, now that I've cut all of these pieces, when I pick it up, I just got to remember to have 4 different colors. So I just grabbed the 4 different colors. Thank you. Thank you. Is it Manuela? Am I saying that right? Manola. Manola? Is that how you say it? I am horrible at pronunciating. All right, so I am putting the fringe in, and then I'm skipping 2, and then I'm putting the fringe in. If anybody wants to see a tutorial video on how to do the fringe, a more instructional video than this, I do have a tutorial video on my channel. And then I do have a tutorial on how to do the virus shawl. It's not my pattern again. I'm just sort of giving you a step-by-step guide of how to follow the pattern. So if anybody has wanted to make a virus shawl and they haven't dared to try one, you can watch that. It's just a little helpful guide. Hello, Lisa. How are you? Fringe tutorial was so helpful. Thank you. Yeah, so I have a tutorial on how to make the fringe, how to attach it. And like I said, you do not need this tool, but you can buy something similar on Amazon. And you can just search fringe maker, bow maker, something like that. And I have one in Maine. And what you're going to find is that a lot of them right now are flat. So it's almost like a ruler with holes in it. And I bought one because I wanted to have 2. So I have this one that I absolutely love. This one's my favorite, but the new ones that I'm buying now are like a flat ruler, but they work the same way. Hello, everybody. We'll make it. Nice. I love your glasses, Shelby. Thank you. Yeah, they're kind of big and overwhelming, but I only wear these when I'm doing my live. That is the absolute only time that I wear them. So these are my regular glasses when I go into the house. This is my dollar store glasses. And I wear these all the time. And I can crochet on my bed and watch my TV because I can look over. But a lot of times when I'm on my lives, the frame is like right in the middle of my eyeball. So I found these on Amazon. Again, I have the link right in my TikTok link tree. And then I bought these little rubber silicone things on the TikTok shop, and that keeps them on my head so that when I'm wearing my glasses don't fall off if anybody else deals with that. And I bought a pack for like 11 bucks, a pack of 4. And they came in like clear, black, and brown. So I actually gave my daughter the clear ones because she was always complaining that when she's doing her college work and stuff, studying, her glasses, whenever she looks down, her glasses are like falling down her nose. And this way, when you put these little rubber things behind your ears, they don't fall down. Hello, Donna. How are you? Welcome in. It is raining today, guys, here. Anybody else getting rain today? So thank you for everybody joining me live here. But if you're re-watching this, welcome in. These videos, it's so funny. How many of you have watched my new vlog that I put out Monday? And I also have a new Joann's video. I went to see my local Joann's. So if you want to see what my local Joann's looks like, go watch the new video that was just released today on my channel. But it's so funny because I put like around 12 hours of editing into my vlogs. And it's funny because these replay lives get more views than my vlogs. So I put nothing into these lives, but these lives will get more views than my vlogs that I put like 12 hours of editing and a whole week worth of taping. It's so funny, but my vlogs get like more views than my weekly videos, it seems. You saw them? Awesome. Hello, everybody. Hello, Donna. Donna, I might be sending you an email either today or tomorrow. Hello. Hello, everybody. Lynn, hello. How are you? Lacey, hello. Yeah, so I was pretty excited how my local Joann's looked. And I love the Christmas yarn. Do you guys think that the sales are going to get better? Because still some of the Christmas yarn was pretty pricey. Not the Christmas yarn that was like the skeins, but the cakes. Those cakes were a little bit pricey. I want to see the price go down a little bit, but oh my gosh, I love the colorways of the Christmas yarn. The Joann's Christmas yarn has to be the most gorgeous Christmas yarn ever. Hello, can we give some, yeah, everybody give a thumbs up wherever it is. I see it up here, but some people see it down here or over here. Over here if you're on the TV. If I'm watching my TV on YouTube, I have to go up and then over and click the button. So click that. Whenever you're watching any of my videos, make sure you click the like button and comment a couple times on it because that helps the algorithm. Okay, so what I'm doing is, see, I'm just wrapping it around here. And again, you do not need to have this tool. Like I could find something that was square or can't do it with like a paper, but if I seen somebody using like it was almost like a knitting guide where it was like a metal or plastic piece and it has some holes in it where I guess you would put your hook or needle through or something like that. Anyway, it was like a card size thing, but it was plastic and it was like a guide for knitters or crocheters and somebody was wrapping it around that. Or you could use a CD case or you could use something like this. As long as you wrap it around something. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You were on my desk. I hope that didn't make a ton of noise. I hope I didn't hurt anybody's ears doing that. Sorry, guys, my phone fell. You are just being propped up here on my shipping station. Sorry, guys. All right, so, okay, so you wrap it around, and when you wrap it around, no matter what you're wrapping it around, you're going to only cut one size. I did. Was that loud for you guys? I hope I didn't hurt anybody's ears. All right, so you're only going to cut one side. You're not going to cut two sides. All right, so this was wrapped around here and I only cut the bottom. All right, so you have this long. All right, so if I'm wanting 5-inch fringe on my finished product, then I'm going to want to cut at least 10 inches because the fringe has to be folded in half and then you're going to lose some with the knot. So you're going to want to double the length, or you could just lay out your yarn and cut it with a ruler. Any way you do it is fine, as long as you get the length that you are wanting. And then what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the yarn, and because I am wanting 4 colors, I'm just making sure that I get 4 different colors in here. And then I'm just holding it like this, and then I use a hook just to reach in. Right, so I know that I am wanting to get 4 of these fringe sections in my scallop here on the bottom. And I always try to end, when I'm doing the virus shawl, I always try to end on the increased row. So it's the one where you start with a chain 4, and then you're going to do a double crochet and then chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. That is the increase row. And I am saving all of my scraps here. That's why you see me reaching. I'm saving all of my little bits of yarn. And that way when I'm doing pumpkins or something and I need to have stuffing, I can use that. Okay, we've got 48 people in here. Welcome in, everybody. So if you are new and you've never said hello, if you're a crocheter, a crafter, a knitter, just pop in and say hello, especially if you have a channel. Welcome in. Tell us about your channel. If anybody here has a YouTube channel, tell us a little bit about it so we can go visit your channel. We would love to get to know some more crocheters here. I know I would. I would love to get to know some more crocheters. There's new crocheters making channels. Hello, Alex, how are you? Okay, so I've got 2 of that color, so I got to take that out and I've got to add this color to it. So I want to make sure in my fringe that I get all 4 of my colors here. Sometimes I don't worry about it, but for this one, I want to make sure that I get 1 of every color here. I know last time I did this fringe for the shawl, I think I added navy because this colorway does have a lot of navy in it, but I did not add navy this time. I didn't grab it. I grabbed 4 colors, and I do have some of my original colorway in here. So it's going to have 1 strand of this colorway that I'm almost out of. And this was autograph. So it's the Red Heart Roll With It in autograph. And these come in cakes. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. And then what I like to do is whenever I make the fringe, I just look at it and just trim it off right then and there. That is so much easier than after the fact going through and cutting with scissors. You know, it's like cutting your hair. You might not cut it evenly, and it's so easy to just grab it and just cut it right then and there. All right, so I'm skipping 2 sections between where I'm putting in the fringe. I cannot wait to finish my 3D granny square blanket. That will be finished today. I've got all the horizontal stripes done. I just need to do the vertical stripes, and that is it. All right, that one looks pretty good. Hello, hello, everybody. Anybody else new here that wants to come in and say hello? So Alex, are you a crocheter? What do you like to make? What is your favorite projects, everybody? Does anybody have a favorite product? Oh yes, it's going to be finished today. Absolutely. I have all of the squares connected going across, and I just have to do them all this way and then start doing the border. I should have that whole thing finished today. And it is so beautiful. I had to make 5 more granny squares to finish it because I decided to do a diagonal pattern with the colors. And one of the colors I ran out of yarn. I didn't have any, and I came in here and I was looking everywhere for it and I couldn't find any of the yarn, but I did find 2 hair scrunchies that were that color. So I took apart 1 of the hair scrunchies and I was able to do the flower. So I didn't even have to take apart the second hair scrunchie. So I'll have that listed. Okay, sometimes I grab the yarn that's attached. Get those out of there. All right, so I need 1 more color, and it is no, I have that color. Which one am I looking? Oh, I'm looking for this one. We'll be able to make children's size in the new children's size. Yeah, it's going to be made to order. Yes, absolutely, because I've made it made to measure. Because everybody's arm is a different size. So you're going to be taking measurements of your wingspan and your arm size. So you can absolutely make it in any size you want because it's made to measure. And it is very, very easy, super beginner friendly, nothing hard about it. And hopefully I'm going to have that ready in the next day or 2. And that's it. I'm still wanting new at crochet with a year. And you don't have much time. Yes. Well, Alex, I have so many beginner friendly tutorials on my channel, so make sure you check them out. I show you how to do a hair scrunchie, a dishcloth. Yeah, Emily, you're going to be able to make any size with this because it's going to be made to measure because everybody's arm is a different length. So instead of trying to figure out small, medium, large, you know, and extra large and all of that, I thought I'm just going to make it made to measure because you could be Okay, this one's attached. You could be a very, a larger person with shorter arms, or you could be a taller person with longer arms. Everybody's arms is a different size and width and length. So I'm like, it's got to be made to measure. Okay, so I need this color. Anyone here that crochets, go check out. Thank you so much. Yes, my Etsy is Melody Yarn Tinka. And follow me on Instagram too if you're on there. Give me a follow. I'm still trying to get to 2K. Instagram is not my friend. So I'm trying to get to 2K now for, I think I've been on for maybe 4 years. Still haven't gotten to 2K. I haven't figured Instagram out. Hello, hello everybody. Welcome in from Brazil. Welcome. Hello. All right, so I'm just working away. I finished a virus shawl and I am adding fringe. If there's anybody who's popping in, welcome in. Leave a comment, hit the heart and leave a comment or thumbs up, whatever you call it here. I was thinking about doing the live in my bedroom and working on the blanket because it's too big and heavy and hard to, if you've ever sewed together a granny square blanket, you know that it can just twist. And yesterday, oh, it's snowing up there. It's snowing where my daughter is up north. And then my other daughter's in California. Yeah, we're getting rain here. Is anybody else getting rain where they are? Hello? Is it Elder? Miriam? Hello, welcome in. Welcome in, pleasure to see you too. Okay, so let's see what I have here. I got 2 strands here, and then, yeah, I'm gonna need to make some more. All right, so this is what I'm doing, guys. I am making fringe for this virus shawl. It's finished and all it needs is fringe. So that's what I'm making. And then later today, I'm going to be finishing up my 3D rose granny square blanket. Actually, it's a throw. It's going to be a throw size. And I have been working on that. Oh my gosh, I have to look back and see. I think for sure I've been working on it all month, right? I've been working on that for probably, I would say at least a month, maybe more. How long have I been working on that 3D rose? I have to look back and see. I'll look back on my TikTok and see because I think I posted a picture of me making like the first rose or square. I'll have to look back and see when I did that because, all right, so when I'm making my fringe, I'm only cutting one side of the fringe. So if you're using a piece of plastic, you're only cutting one side. You're not cutting both sides of where you're wrapping it around. You're just cutting on the bottom, right? And so your fringe is going to be about double. It's going to be double the size before you make it into fringe. So don't think you're doing anything wrong. If you have super long pieces of yarn, that's what you want. And then what I like to do is just grab them, and I like to make them even on with my fingers before I even put them on. And then I use my crochet hook. So Aspen, how are you doing? Is it snowing where you are, Aspen? If Aspen is still here. Hello, how are you? Hello, is it Just? Just a girl, Just a girl. Is anybody here an expert on YT? Do you know if you can make the font larger when you're in a live? You can on the TikTok lives, but I have not figured out how to do it on the YouTube lives. And I don't use my computer. I've never used my computer to do a live because I don't have my computer in here. So you're on my shipping station right now. I've never done a live like in this angle, so I hope it's okay for you guys. All right, so you take your pieces of yarn and you can make it as full or as light as you want to. You're going to fold it in half like this. You're going to take your hook and you're just going to insert it. So I'm skipping, yeah. Is that the end of this one? Okay, that's the end of, so I'm starting this one here. You put it in the hole that you need and you just pull it through that hole. And then you stick your hands in there, grab the fringe. And then again, I like to even it up with my fingers so that all of the yarn is even before I pull it through. So I just pinch it and then just pull it through like that. And then I look at it and that's pretty even. And if there's any that aren't even, I just go with the majority of yarn that's even and then I pull it through and then I cut it. And I'm skipping over 2 spots, but if you wanted less fringe, you could skip over more places. If you wanted more fringe on your project, you could do it every space. It is totally up to you. And this is a good way to use up your scraps too if you're making a project that needs different colored fringe. Oh, good. Hello from Florida. I do. You do? Do you knit and crochet? I knit and crochet also, but I never have the time to knit. I'm always too busy crocheting. And I don't know how to do a lot of different things. Oh, my daughter's sending me, she's sending me something. I cannot wait. I can't wait to finish the 3D Rose Granny Square. That's going to be so pretty. Then I have to figure out how to price it. So it's 8 squares by 7 squares. It's throw size. But I do know that the granny squares, the 3D Rose Granny Squares, they take 45 minutes to make. They take a long time to make. Okay, I've got 1 extra. I could feel it. I know when I have 1 extra. Did you up and I did. Yep, I blocked all of them. I think it was Tuesday I blocked them all. And you will see it in my vlog. This week's vlog, you will see me blocking all of the squares. I blocked them all. And I started sewing them together last night. And I probably could have finished, but I was really tired. And I wanted to work on my shrug pattern. So I started making my shrug using my pattern. So I can sort of go through my pattern and catch all the mistakes before I send it to my testers. So I said, I'm going to wait until the morning or the afternoon and do it. And then I overslept. Anybody else sleeping this week? I've been so tired. I've been sleeping an hour later because of the time zone change, daylight savings that we have here. I've been just sleeping an hour later. Hello, Dagmar. How are you? Thank you, Sister Maid. This is a virus shawl, actually. It's a shawl. And I finished it last night, and I need to add the fringe, so that's what I'm doing. Any tips when sewing them together? I'm making my first granny square blanket. So how are you sewing them together, Lacey? What way are you sewing them together? Have you started? I love doing just a single crochet. I love to see the little bump that it makes, so that's what I love to do. Now, some people will do the mattress stitch, some people do the invisible stitch. There's all different ways to do them. You could do a slip stitch, but I find that that pulls a little bit too much. So I love to do just the single crochet. And it's so quick. I find when you're doing the single crochet, it's so quick. You do a slip stitch. The time, I know. I haven't been super tired, but I know that I'm just sleeping an hour later. I'm staying up an hour later at night and I'm sleeping an hour later in the morning. I don't know why they have the time change here. I really don't. It takes me so long to get used to the time change. And I really don't like sleeping late. Like I was rushing to get ready for this live because I slept till after 9 o'clock and I had to come on here for 11. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get up and I have to do everything and get ready and eat breakfast and shower, do my hair, my makeup, and get dressed, make my bed, and do all the things that I need to do. I have not done my exercises all week because I've been like in a mad rush to get ready because I've just been sleeping like an hour late. So I've got to remember to like do my exercises during the day. So odd. I know I was subscribed here, but it shows I was not. Oh, well, thank you so much, Missy. Subscribed again. Sometimes I feel the subscription gets removed somehow. Really? Videos watched recommended going up a hook size before you join with a slip. Yeah. Anytime that you have something that's tight, you can always just go up a hook size, no matter what it is. Whether your tension's too tight, whether it's a foundation chain. I do not make my foundation chain too tight, but some people do. So sometimes beginners will make their foundation chain too tight, so you can just go up a hook size. But I find that confusing sometimes for beginners because they might forget and then keep going with the larger hook. I just have really good tension somehow. All right, so anytime that I see that there's any that aren't even, I just snip it off right then and there. All right, and I put 4 sections in each sort of scallop of the virus shawl. Welcome in. If there's anybody new, is it Patty? Vima's here. Hello, is it Paitlin? What are you crocheting? So I have finished the virus shawl and I'm adding fringe. So I've already made the fringe and I'm sort of just gathering them up and adding them to my project. So I've already cut them with this. So you'll see me in just a minute cutting some more. So I've cut the yarn for the fringe that I'm using, and I'm just attaching it because this is one of the projects that I want to have absolutely completed today. So I'm going to be finishing this virus shawl. I'm going to be completing a 3D rose granny square. Those of you that have been watching me working on that, I swear I've been working on it for over a month. So I've got to figure out how to price. I've got to figure out what to price the 3D rose granny square for. So it has 56 squares. Each square takes 45 minutes to make. And then they're sewing everything together, sewing the squares together, blocking them, sewing everything together, making the border and everything. I don't know what to charge for it. I never want to charge too much for my items because I want things to sell. I would rather things sell than, okay, this is a high price and it's worth it, but it's going to sit there and not sell. I mean, I don't want to give my stuff away, but I want them to be affordable. I don't think it's going to be $750. Hello, Dee. How are you, Chronic Reader? Hello. Hello. Cutler, hello. Hooked by Ronald Ends Up. Barely paying myself. I know. I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I figure, what would I pay for this blanket? But I do know that it takes 45 minutes to make each square. And there's 56 squares. But I can't charge that. I'm not going to charge that. Okay, so I'm putting in there. I'm skipping 2. I'm going here. Are you getting rain today, Dee? It is raining here. It's going to be, I haven't measured it. but I know that the squares were around 6.5 inches. I want to say it's seven rows by 8 rows, 56 squares. I don't know. The ballpark figure I have in my head is like 250. That's what I have in my head, and it's throw size. It's not a twin size. Is it snowing? Yeah. It's snowing for Lily. It's snowing where Lily is. Okay, so I have to make some more fringe. Oh no, I have one. I can do one more, and then I'm gonna make the fringe. More fringe. It's raining here, but she's getting snow. It's 66 in Minneapolis. Nice. Oops. Let me see. Made a couple. They don't know what to make with them. Pillow or blanket. I watched the tutorial on the 3D the other night. Made a couple. Yeah. Janet, so what are you going to make? So I made a throw size. I did not want to make anything bigger than a throw size. It was supposed to be in the 50s. Yeah. It's raining here, but it's snowing where my daughter is, north of us. I'm sure, Aspen, are you still in here? It's probably snowing where Aspen is. She is up in Beaver, and Beaver is, oh gosh, Beaver is probably, is Aspen still here? Beaver is, oh, maybe like 2.5 hours from me, north. But I'm just loving the feeling today. Like it just seems like a just nice spring, rainy day. I know my birds are gonna be going crazy later on today. They love the rain. Hello, welcome in. And it's so funny because it was just like 80 something degrees like a couple weeks ago. Sophie is in San Diego, so hopefully I gotta check with her. She did not say it was raining, but maybe it is raining today in San Diego. San Diego. All right, so this is what I use for my fringe maker, but you can use anything. You can use a piece of cardboard, plastic, whatever you want, CD case. So you're going to wrap it around, and then you're only cutting the bottom, right? So when you pull this off, oops, and there's one that's not cut. So you're only cutting the bottom, right? So when you take it off, whatever you made it with, and it doesn't matter what you make it with, your fringe is going to be about double the size that you need. And it is still raining. I can hear it. We need the rain here in the desert, though, for sure. All right, so then I'm grabbing 4 pieces. You fold it in half like this, and I use my hook just to go into where I'm putting it, into the space. So for this virus shawl, I usually put 4 sections of fringe on each scallop. So what I do is I start at the beginning of one scallop on the bottom, and I'll put some fringe, and then I'll skip the 2 next spaces and then put another thing of fringe. Oh, really? Hope you're into yarn ball. We painted the room. Oh my gosh. Isn't it funny how I've got to take all those skeins off. I really do. Oh, wow. I think it's actually hailing. Can you guys hear it? I think it's hailing. Yeah, I've got to take all those yarn balls off. The only thing I'm concerned with is that I will have to make some more yarn cakes to fill it in. And I'm where I'm sort of using up my yarns and stuff, and Big Twist is going out, and I don't really want to buy more. I'm afraid that I'm going to use up my yarn that I would need. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not getting scarce on yarn, but I just don't want to waste my yarn that I might need in a pinch, and it's up there. I guess I could grab it. I've been grabbing the cakes, and when I was going through looking for some more of this purple yarn that I ran out of the other night, I came out here in the dark and I'm like, do I have any of this purple? And I could not find it anywhere. So I actually opened up the plastic containers that are underneath my shipping station here that my husband brought home from Maine. And there was no purple that I needed, but I found other cakes. So I had a Showtime, I had, there was, I think, a theater one. I found some other roll with it colorways. I think there was probably maybe 3.5 rolls, cakes that I had in there. And so I just added them back because I was using up quite a bit of the yarn down there on the bottom of my cake wall. And so I just added some back in there. Video, different yarn winders when I fell asleep. Yeah. I like my yarn winder, but I don't love using the caked yarn. I find the yarn knots just the same way when I'm putting it on the yarn winder as it does when I'm just using it out of the skein. And then I also find that the cakes sort of fall apart and get really limp and tangle when you get down to the bottom. So I do not love using caked yarn at all. This is how I like my yarn right here. I like them in balls. I think that's my go-to because it doesn't fall apart. It stays nice and tight and it looks pretty when I put it in my craft cart. And what am I going to do with my cakes? When I try to stack my cakes, they fall over. I don't like caked yarn. I just don't. The only way I like it is when it's up on that thing back there. Wow, dark, but not raining down here yet. Oh, really, Karen? It is like hailing here. It is pouring. Can you guys hear it? If I take you guys, watch, I will take you. Let me open the door here. You can hear it. Can you guys hear it? It is pouring like crazy. All right, I gotta turn you around. It is pouring. You're making a pillow cover right now of the kitty one? It's probably so dark in this room too, in here without the light. I know. It is. It's downpouring. I'm staying here. Yeah, I'm in the ledges. No, right now I'm making a granny square one. Oh, nice. Emily, yes, her daughter's keeping the kitty. Yes, the kitty's, yep. 74 and sunny today. Oh, really? You're having nice weather, Donna. Yeah, it is pouring. I am glad me and my daughter are not going out today. She said, I don't want to come to town today. She's going to come in town tomorrow. Karen, I am so excited to have a Hobby Lobby coming. Supposedly, it's supposed to be done this year. Where the old Kmart is, over where the old Deseret, the old Kmart. And that is going to be the closest place that I will be able to buy yarn. Like, so if I'm driving from my house, the closest place was always, I would say Michael's. And then going farther down the road, a ways, probably like 10 minutes away, it was Joann's. And then across the street was Walmart. But if they put this Hobby Lobby in, it is pouring so hard. if they put this Hobby Lobby in, it's going to be like the closest place. It's going to be, I'll be able to get to the Hobby Lobby before I get to my daughter's apartment. And she's only like, I mean, at the most with traffic, 20 minutes away. At the most. It's probably like 15 minutes if there's no traffic. So I will be able to get to that Hobby Lobby in like 15 minutes or so. If I hit a light, then it's probably like 20 minutes. Hello, yes, yes, Vima. So my daughter gave me these. So my entire life, I've never, ever wanted a tattoo, ever. And my daughter, she wants to have her own tattoo business. And all of a sudden, I was like, one day out of the blue, I was like, Sophie, you want to put some tattoos on mommy? And she was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding? Okay, so when I first started, she did a ram because I'm an Aries. So this is an Aries ram with some flowers here. These flowers were not here. It was just sort of this ram part with these flowers. So I did that one. And then I did this sparkle one. She did this sparkle one. And then, and then I did like a leaf design. Oh, okay, it was this right here. Not this. It was sort of just this part right here. Like that part. And then I loved them. So then I had her put this little birdie here. And she has a matching one. So when we go like this, we have two little birdies. And next time I do a video and we go out together, I'll try to show you our two little birdie tattoos together. And then she added some more flowers here. So these are baby breaths. These are Sophie's favorite flowers. And then these are Lily of the Valleys. And these are my daughter Lily's favorite flowers. But Sophie has to touch them up because the skin right here on your hand, like because they come so far into like the palm of my hand and here, they faded a little bit. So she has to go back and touch them up because they have faded quite a bit. But oh my gosh, I just love them. And I would have never gotten them, but absolutely love them. And I need some Aerosmith tattoos. I'm a Hobby Lobby snob. Okay, so the yarn that I love to get at Hobby Lobby is I love this yarn and I love this cotton. That's what I go in for. And then they used to carry this yarn. They used to carry the roll with it. That's what I'd go into Hobby Lobby for. But they don't carry it anymore. So I don't get a lot of yarn at Hobby Lobby because they don't have... they don't carry like the regular Red Heart or the Big Twist, and that's the yarn that I usually get. They have like gorgeous yarns, but I just don't buy them. They're gorgeous. Oh, that's so beautiful and cute. Amazing work. Yeah, so thank you so much. So she is getting her art degree. She's going to graduate. She's been in college for 5 years, and she's going to be graduating in May, the first week in May, with her... Okay, so she's getting a Bachelor of Science because she's done the math. So it's a Bachelor of Science, something art in digital design, and then she's getting a secondary degree of fine art because she took extra courses for the fine art. Okay, the rain has stopped, like miraculously, it's just stopped. So if I had to run into the house, now is when I would do it. Yeah, but I just love them. And if I was tattooing, like when I used to stay in my bed at night and do like lives tattooing, I mean, not tattooing, crocheting in my bed, just the angle from like the phone and where I was sitting, you could see them like perfectly when I was crocheting. But I think on my live, you can't see them. But when I was crocheting, like if I go like this, you can see them perfectly. And I just absolutely love them. I want to get rocks, wings, toys, those words, because those are my favorite Aerosmith albums, rocks, toys, and wings. But I've got to figure out like where. I don't want to put any tattoos on my arms because I never show my arms. I never show my legs. I don't like my feet. I The only place I have the tattoos is like on my hands because I just love them on my hands. But, you know, 2 years ago, I would have said, never am I ever going to get a tattoo. And Sophie was like, Mom, you have to let me give you a tattoo if I'm going to have a tattoo business. And I'm like, no, I'm not getting tattoos. And then one day I was like, I texted her and I was like, can we make an appointment for Mommy to get some tattoos? And she was like, what? And then I had to pick them. And I love the floral tattoos. I mean, if I go searching for tattoos on Pinterest, I am like, I want them all. Okay, now it is so silent because the rain has stopped. Could you guys hear the rain when it was raining? And now it's like stopped. I did some research. Spin rate makes big twists. They may potentially sell the yarn under different names. Yeah. Yes. I know. I don't know why everybody was like, oh, Big Twist is leaving. We'll never have Big Twist again. It's like, people, Joann's does not have a yarn factory. Joann's is not making the yarn, manufacturing the yarn. Red Heart, you know, these people are just buying the yarn. They're just buying the yarn. If you look on any of these yarn labels, okay, so if I look on this Red Heart roll with it, it's made in Mexico. So Coates and Clark are in New North Carolina. They might be putting the label on there, but I don't think, you know, these people don't have yarn factories. It's just like everything else. The minute you walk into the Joann store, they don't make anything. They're buying all of that. They're buying the flowers, the fake flowers. They don't make the fake flowers. They don't make the fabric. They don't make the lights that you can buy. They don't make the pens, the art supplies, the stuff. They don't make that stuff. They're just buying it and they're just reselling it. They're buying it, and there's distributors, there's manufacturers. They're not a manufacturer. Yeah, so the rain has totally stopped. It was loud. I could hear it. It was pouring last night. And I could hear over my fan that makes a lot of noise. My over-the-head fan that I have over my bed. And my husband has to go buy a new fan for me in the bathroom. Okay, I'm just now approaching the center of this. The fringe takes a little bit of time to do. So the stand-up fan that I have in my bathroom, it stopped working. Because I was steaming all of my squares, and usually if I'm in a hurry, I will just put the fan on towards my granny squares that are drying, and I went to snap it on, and it would not come on. But if you press the button for the oscillator to make the fan go like this, that worked. It started going like this, but it would not. The fan wouldn't come on. So we had to. The plug-in was actually behind all of my vases, behind that cabinet that I have all of my white vases on. And we couldn't get to it without moving the cabinet, which meant we had to move the vases. So we had to move all of the white vases to get to the plug-in, to unplug it. And he looked at it and couldn't get it working. So he's going to buy me a new fan, hopefully this week, because after my showers, I always turn on my fan because the over fan doesn't really do too much at sucking the moisture out. So I always turn on my floor fan that I have right there beside my shower. And I aim it towards my shower area so it dries it up. So, you know, there's less chance of it getting moldy. I know. Yeah, she was like, oh, and this was so funny. So I went over to her apartment because she does her tattoos at her apartment, and she was doing the tattoo on me. And I have my other daughter knows that I would have never gotten tattoos ever, because they both have tattoos and I would just never have gotten a tattoo. And so after it was finished, she FaceTimed my oldest daughter And she's like, oh, I just wanted to show you these tattoos that I did on somebody that are really pretty. And she showed the tattoos, but she didn't show like my face. So she just showed the tattoos for a while and she's like, oh yeah, those are pretty. And then she you know, what do you call it? Step back to show like who it was, and it was me. And her face was like, she could not believe that I was getting tattoos. She could not. She was like in shock. I mean, she didn't even move for like maybe a minute. She was like frozen, and she was like, "Mom, mom's getting tattoos." She could not believe it. And then we did the same thing to my husband, and my husband was like, "Is that my wife? My wife is getting tattoos?" It was so funny. Because he was out of state when I got my tattoos from Sophie. Anyway, I love them. I have absolutely no regrets at all. I absolutely love them. And my daughter did them, so. I know, yeah. So we had to take all the, not all the white vases, because there's 2 cabinets here. So we had to take all the white vases off of one of the cabinets to move it, to get to the plug-in, to unplug the fan. And then when he buys a new fan, we've got to take them all off again to get back to the plug-in. Surprisingly, there is no plug-in in my bathroom in the spot where I need the fan, like right beside the shower. So what I do is I plug it in behind, you know, that cabinet in my bedroom, and then I sort of snake the cord towards the opening, and it's right there. There's like a little wall that's right there before my shower stall. And so I always have the fan there in case I'm having a hot flash or something and I need to turn that fan off or to cool it off. Especially in the summer, if it gets really hot, I'll turn the floor fan on when I'm doing my hair or my makeup or something like that. But I also use it if I'm in a hurry to get my granny squares blocked and they're wet and I need them to dry quickly. They usually dry pretty quickly, but I just turn on the fan, aim it towards the countertop where I have them setting, and they dry really quickly. All right, 1, 2. Oh, now I'm working on the other side. So what I'm going to do here is, it's about 12 o'clock, so I'm going to be going in and making my salad. The salad I made yesterday was the best salad ever. It was just the right combination of everything. And I'm trying to put less dressing. I notice when I'm doing my vlogs, I'm like loading my salad with dressing, and I'm trying to put less of it. It just comes right out of that bottle so quickly. And then I'm going to be sewing together all of my granny square blanket, and you guys are going to see it in a video because I'm going to post a TikTok as soon as I have it finished, and I'm so excited to see it finished. It's going to be so gorgeous. And I got to figure out the pricing. The idea I have in my head is like $250. That's what I have in my head. Do you think that's too much for a throw with all of those 3D granny squares that take 45 minutes each? And there's 56 of them. What do you guys think? So if you are rewatching this on a replay, please hit that like button and put a comment. We would love to hear from you. So drop a comment and I can respond to your comment when I go through and check all of my comments. I check them several times a day to see if anybody has commented. So I'll usually check my comments in the morning and then in the evening, just so I don't miss anybody's questions. So feel free, if you're watching this and you have a question about anything, or you just want to say hello, I think $250 plus. It's really, really heavy. It's super heavy, so it's going to be a lot for shipping. So excited for the throw. I know a lot is going to get done today because I don't have to go out. You do good. That support for our children is very important. Yes. I know, I love my daughters. They are so sweet. All right, so I'm going to add this last one. Oh, it was just raining again. And I almost think the sun is starting to come out. Wasn't it just pouring like a second ago? It's going off and on now. All right, let me hold this thing up and I will show you what it looks like so far. And I just have a little bit more of it to finish, but this will be finished today. So I'm going to finish this today. I'm going to finish the blanket today, and I'm going to be hopefully sending my shrug pattern out. See, I've got half of it done, and I think that matches pretty well. I think that is going to be gorgeous. So I'm going to be listing this as soon as I get a good day to go out and take pictures. Okay, guys, I'm going to log off. Thank you so much. Your oldest is turning 35? Oh, wow. Yeah, my oldest is only 26. Yeah, 26. All right, guys, have a great weekend. Thank you, Dagmar, Dee. Hey, you have a question? What is it? What is it? You feel old? I know, I feel old. What is your question? I will stay to answer your question. Da, 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 da. Thank you so much, Janet. Everybody have a great weekend. What is your question? I'm going to stay till you ask me. Hopefully you didn't leave. What is your question? The yarn, what is that? This is Red Heart Roll with it, and it comes in a cake. It looks like this, the label. It's a Red Heart Roll with it, and the colorway is Autograph, and it's a purple colorway. Was that it? Is that the person that was asking the question, or is it somebody else? Did she leave, or is she still here? I wonder if she, you can always, your oldest is 44, Gladys? Yeah, my oldest, I did not start having kids until I was 32. So my oldest is 26. I started late. I got married late. I got married when I was almost 30. I don't see her. If you are still here, how many did you use? I ran out of 2 skeins. So it comes in a cake. It comes in a cake like this, right? Like those back there. So I used 2 and then I ran out. Ideally, I would use 3, but I only had 2 of that color. So I did the shawl in that color. And then I just found some, I still have this much left. So I'm using this as fringe. And I'm adding some other purples to match it. She can comment, yeah. So ideally you will want 3 cakes, but if you were a small, tiny person, you could probably get away with just 2. Or if you do not want to put the fringe is optional. You can do it if you're a smaller person without the fringe, you can absolutely do it with 2 skeins. If you want a larger a shawl, no matter what your size is, if you want that larger oversized shawl, the big shawls, and you want fringe, you will need 3. So I hope that is all the answers that you guys asked. And if I missed any, you can always put any question in the comments because I will see them. Yeah, they usually do. They usually sell before I get usually when I'm making these and I videotape them in my vlog, by the time the vlog is out, published, the items have already sold. So have a great day, guys. I will see you on YouTube on next Tuesday, and don't forget to watch my videos. I will have a new vlog coming out Monday morning. So bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.